Alright, so this is going to be Zweihander only run. I'm hoping to finish this before Dark Souls 3 comes out, but I might not. So the reason we're starting as Bandit is because the Zweihander actually requires 25 strength to use effectively, and until I get and meet the strength requirement, I'm actually not going to be able to use the Zweihander because I'll only do about 3 damage. But once we get to that strength requirement, that's when the run really begins. This will also be a pseudo-standard walkthrough, but the rules of this run are just going to be Zweihander only, rings are allowed, no armor. The only ring I will not permit myself to use is the red Tearstone ring, but one of the major caveats that might make this run a little difficult is going to be that I won't have the Grass Crest shield, which most people use. So I'll try to substitute that with the Chloranthy ring later on, because I won't need anything like Havel's ring to actually finish this. My equip load should be fine if I have a high enough strength. Kinda surprised that didn't kill me. But I'm not too sure how I'm gonna do the majority of the recording for this run because it could be pretty lengthy. So if I have to do any grinding off screen, I might just cut that out. As far as this goes, it's gonna be mostly raw footage. But one of the challenges for this run is going to be getting all the souls I need to meet that strength requirement, because I have to get 11 levels. I'm pretty sure I can two-hand it with 20 strength though, but I'm not too positive on the exact number. Let's go drink our Sunny D here. But yeah, do be careful. It is a lot easier to fight this guy at close range. But the best strat is just to stay behind him and try to not get hit. Like I just did. I've killed this guy so many times in my practice runs, I don't know why I'm taking my time right now. But strangely enough, the best strategy for a lot of the bosses in this game are just to get up right in their grill. Like, I am just going to be on this guy's ass the entire fight. And by that, I mean quite literally on his ass. That stomping you hear is actually the stray demon below the asylum. Probably not gonna fight him later, because he's an unnecessarily difficult boss. But we will come back here. Leave out here. We're actually gonna go get the Zweihander now because we're not gonna come back to the catacombs for quite a while. Now, if we wanted to do soul farming, this would be an excellent spot, but we're not here to do soul farming. Oh, that was almost bad. But all we're gathering there are just souls. You can kite these guys, although that did just kill me. I'll come back for my souls. We did get everything we needed out of there though, so we'll be fine. We were already undead, so we didn't really lose anything, just as long as we get our souls back. Oh yeah, this does happen sometimes. Skeletons can follow you all the way back to Firelink. And these are actually pretty entertaining enemies to fight, because you just smack them and they come back up. They aren't worth a lot of souls though, so it's usually not worth fighting them. Anyways, put all of that into strength. I don't know if that is enough to double, and no, it is not. More souls? No. Okay, so there's only a couple other things we have to grab, and they're over here. These fire bombs. I don't know if I'll permit myself to use those, but that'll come in handy in one spot later. We'll talk to this guy. Orland will give you a gesture. He'll also give you a copper coin, which we can sell for souls later, but he'll teach you a gesture, and you can join his covenant. So what you can get from him is you can get a bunch of miracles. We're not going to use miracles, but we talk to him just so we can get the taunting. So the other thing we need is up here. Is just more souls. You always need souls. And I think I want to pop this now because I'm not going to have enough to level up anyways. But onwards we go. Once I meet the strength requirement, that's when the run will really begin. I might have enough by the time I get to the next bonfire, but I am not too positive. Over on that bridge is a ring of sacrifice. We don't really need it. At least I don't need it, and I don't want it. But getting the souls to meet our requirement is going to be the biggest challenge right now. That guy totally just messed up his jump. Okay. I might have enough. Just barely. Yeah, I should get enough out of that to level up again. This game is pretty keen on letting you level up early. So I just want to fight these guys out of that archer's range, because without any armor on, I'm going to take a lot of damage from those arrows. So next bonfire here, I should just barely get enough out of this to level up again. Whether or not I will is another story. Oh yeah. 2 actually, nice. So I should think. No, I can't even two-hand it. Nice, nice, nice. Two-handing my axe is enough to kill these guys at least. Now, one thing to note about these guys is they are notoriously slow at reacting to you. So a lot of enemies, to kite them, you can quite literally walk around them. You can run circles around some enemies. Playing this on PC, by the way. Consoles for nerds. This isn't speedrun, by the way, but I am gonna move pretty quickly through some of these parts. Oh wow, I just totally beefed that swing. People like to walk in here uninterrupted. Because I guess no one's ever heard of knocking. So we talked to this guy. We aren't gonna be too friendly to a lot of NPCs, but we do need this key. And not this box. This is probably the only time we'll ever talk to him. Yes, I have. But I kill him mostly for the humanity. He also drops the katana if you want it. but town is not really necessary. One thing always to be wary of is letting those guys stay too close to you, because they can get a rapid chain of attacks in that, especially when wearing no armor and at early levels, will probably kill you. Don't know. I'm not too sure what level you can double-hand it at. Yeah, a lot of this is just going to be soul grinding, but what can you do? Oh, wow, that's embarrassing. Where'd that last guy come from? I don't know. Oh, it was probably that guy. Fine, more souls. That's all I want. Yeah, this guy, where did you come from? He came from the lower level. So I know he didn't come from here. Anyways, you do need the key from that guy, so you can grab this up here. Gold pine resin, it's very useful for, I guess, the second boss. It's more like the first boss. The Asylum Demon's not too challenging. One thing I always did notice about this version over others, though, is some enemies seem to have increased awareness of you. Like, normally that guy wouldn't be able to track you so easily, but he detected me while I was in the house. Kill or not to kill the Black Knight? I think I can do it. I do sort of want to kill this guy because he'll give you a decent amount of souls. Wow, I totally mistimed that swing. But yeah, usually the easiest way to kill these guys is just to circle back, stab them. He only dropped a Titanite chunk. It's not too good. things that might have given me the souls I needed. Let's check. Because if I can help at all using the Zweihander for the first boss, I'm gonna do it. No, you absolutely have to have 24 strength. I was always under the impression you could double hand certain weapons you had slightly below their strength requirement, but I guess you need the absolute strength requirement. Let's see, how many souls do I need to level? Say? I don't think it does. Okay. So that's 24. One more level. Keep taking really, really bad hits. Let's see, how much do I need to level? 1445. We'll take. Part of what is nice about having a pretty low equip load though is you can dodge pretty quickly after you attack. That's something worth making use of. That is one thing to watch out for, is some of those lunge attacks. Those lunge attacks will be the death of you. I don't know if they hit any harder than a regular attack. Could be wrong. Alright, I have enough to go level up the very last time. And after that we can really get started, so... The caveat of using this Zweihander is that it's going to have a much slower swing speed compared to this axe. So after I toss everything else away, then we'll get a little more interesting. Because timing your swing with a Zweihander can make all the difference. Is that not it? Oh, you need 1 level in dexterity also. Gosh, I am such an idiot. That's fine. It's my mistake. Beautiful swings there, though. Now, this run wasn't designed inherently to be too challenging. I just wanted something I could realistically do, and this seems like something I should be able to do at least the majority of. Anyways, if you go back down to where you fought the Black Knight here, he doesn't respawn, but I believe this is the blue crest shield. Oh, blue tearstone ring. The blue tearstone ring is a little different from the red tearstone ring. It's pretty much the exact opposite. But when your HP is low with the blue tearstone ring, your defense is boosted. this is actually something that could be useful for me, but I'm not really too concerned about my defense. Because with the level I'm at, some things are going to kill me in one hit, regardless of whether or not I have the extra defense. So that's the boss gate. I only need about 500 souls to level up, so what I'm gonna do instead, I'm gonna go down here and say hi to Havel. Now, I'm not gonna try to fight Havel right now. Reason being is that if he wants to, he can kill me in one hit. I'm actually just gonna try to get around him. Hello. I just want to get out this door here. Yeah. He barely came within range of me. He's not gonna follow me up. So normally the reason you would come to the Darkroot Basin this early was to get the Grass Crush shield. And I'm actually gonna go pick that up, but I'm not gonna use it. It's not here. My memory's a little foggy of this area. Mind the pun. The reason I wanted is because there's actually a Titanite lizard up here that I can kill. I'll be able to use the materials from it to reinforce some of my stuff later. Weapon reinforcement is going to be a big part of how I get extra damage. But he drops Twinkling Titanite. That's useful for reinforcing some boss level gear. However, I'm not going to be using any armor, so the only thing I'm really interested in reinforcing is going to be my Zweihander. As far as ascensions go, I'll probably do the Chaos Ascension if I can get the red Titanite chunk. If not, I'm not too concerned about it. The Darkroot Garden. You can actually use this as a shortcut to get to the Undead Parish. You can entirely forego having to fight the Taurus Demon. All you have to do though is just run past this. Oh, what is happening with my? Yes. Right. So he's gonna attack us at a distance with lightning. Hide behind there and it can't hit you. We'll run up here. Say hi to you, old blacksmith. So I need 600 souls. Alright. I'm gonna forego fighting bosses until I have the Zweihander. So this is gonna be just sort of a grindy part to where I can actually get all I need to start the run. Part of the reason I like going that way though is some of those enemies are much easier to navigate around. So we need to kite around this guy. I don't know if I'll be able to kill him right now, but I just want what's back here, which is the Firekeeper Soul. And the reason you want the Firekeeper Soul is because it lets you reinforce your Estus Flask so you can heal more after you take damage. Alright, so this guy's dead. We don't have to worry about him anymore. Drops a Great Axe and a Titanite Shard. So now we can get to dirty business. So now we can get rid of that, we don't need it. We can remove all of those. Get our gold pine resin. And now we have exactly what we need. So I'm not gonna run all the way back to go to the Taurus Demon. Actually, gonna go a shortcut in the chapel, and just run back up through Berg. We should be strong enough now just to kill anything in Berg. Can I parry? I can parry. Okay. Parrying is gonna be a little important later on because that's really the only way I know how to kill Gwyn. So major things to note about the Zweihander are that it scales mostly with strength and dexterity. We're going to be putting all of our points into strength, vitality, and endurance. I tend to beef this jump a lot, so yeah. Get that beef. Fine. Get everything down here anyways. Homeward Bones, gonna be a little useful. Morningstar and Talisman, all not useful. Cracked Red Eye Orb. Can be useful, but we're not gonna be invading anyone. Blade's Talisman, very conditionally useful. You can use that against human NPCs to stop them from healing or other people. So we're level 16. Here's where the real fun is going to begin. So once you have that Firekeeper soul, I believe you can talk to the one down here. And then just reinforce your Estus Flask. So now we're at +1. And +1 is going to be a bit useful, because it'll let us heal up a lot more damage. Just run past all of these guys, we don't need to kill them again. I believe we swing a little faster if we double hand, so yeah, that's a little better. Not great though. So at this point, I'm just gonna run straight for the boss. It's pretty hard to kill these guys reliably. Running past them is just a little easier. So tips for this boss. First thing you should always do, just run up here and kill these two guys. If you don't, they're just going to shoot arrows at you while you fight the boss, which is pretty not good. So we're going to heal up, start at full health always, and midway down I'm going to apply the resin. So the gold pine resin works the same way that a lightning ascension does. It just applies lightning damage to your weapon. But at the same time, it's also incredibly useful for fighting this boss, because as you see, we're taking him down in a little exactly 5 swings. And that makes the Taurus Demon infinitely easier. So we get some humanity and homeward bones out of that. One thing to note, because I always miss it, is there is an item behind these boxes. It's just souls. So over there is the dragon. We're not going to touch him yet. He's just going to go and burn everything on that bridge. We're actually going to talk to Solaire. So Solaire is your best friend. We're not going to kill him. Let's see how this will work. Because there is a bonfire under that bridge. Should be able to reach it. Because he doesn't really blame you until you're halfway through the bridge. Maybe his AI is not active. Doesn't look like it. But yeah, you go down there, you kick the ladder. Should we go level up? Yeah, we'll level up. So, put 1 into Vitality, and we'll do 1 into Faith. I'm leveling up Faith because I want to join the Sunlight Covenant later on. Also making that a requirement just to get the Praise the Sun Jester, but we're actually going to call that apart for here. I've done just about all I can stomach of this game right now. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. If you didn't enjoy it, well, you should be watching something else anyways. Peace.